Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your WKHS News for Friday, April 30th, 2021. I'm Kendall Timms.
And I'm Amaya Harris. Many student athletes rely on sleep to perform their best, but as a teenager, that can be hard to do.
Jack and Micah tell us about how the amount of sleep you get affects a student athlete's performance.
Athletes spend a lot of time training in order to perform well in games and matches, but sleep may affect the way athletes play. We talked to Kilbourne students about how sleep impacts them on the field.
I play basketball and field hockey. I would say I usually get around 8 hours of sleep a night, but it depends. And it definitely impacts how I play. I feel like when I get more sleep, I play better, and then when I get less sleep, I'm sometimes slower or less on top of everything in the game.
I do cross country and track. I get 8 to 9 hours a night, and I feel like when I get more sleep, I have more time for my muscles to recover, and I tend to run faster.
A lack of sleep can affect an athlete's performance significantly because that is their recovery period from a long day of nourishment that needs replenished, from energy cells that need replenished, and general shutting down of the brain so that the brain doesn't have to do as much concentration. And that becomes your recovery time, and if you don't allow for that recovery time, that's going to build up over time, and it's definitely going to have effect on your performance. It's eventually going to have effect on your academics in class, and it's going to definitely have an effect on your health. So it's incredibly important that you make time for that recovery that your body so desperately needs.
I get about 8 hours of sleep per night, and when I'm in season, I tend to get less sleep because of homework and late game nights.
The number one thing they can do is to be on a schedule, and that is really, really tough to do. But forcing yourself to go to bed at the same time or near the same time every night and getting up at the same time is really critical to getting a good night's sleep. Your body needs to get into a rhythm. These hybrid days have really caused problems because there's some nights that you know that you can stay up late because you don't have to be in the building, and then the next night you have to get yourself up and bring yourself into the school. So that causes for a very inconsistent sleep pattern and doesn't allow your body to develop really good REM sleep. So that would be my number one advice, is to get a schedule.
As your sports and schoolwork demands change, adjust your schedule accordingly. This has been Jack Wasick and Micah Hill, WKHS News.
Seth and Ethan are back with another Player of the Week, this week showcasing junior Reagan Warnicki, who is on track to train for the Olympic rowing team.
Reagan Warnicki is a junior rower here at Kilbourne. After being involved in rowing for 3 years, Reagan is now the lead coxswain for the Central Ohio Rowing men's varsity team. While rowing may not be booming in popularity, she has made some highly impressive strides in her sport, such as qualifying for the 2021 Olympic Development Program. We talked to Reagan about her recent success. What made you start rowing, and what made you keep coming back year after year?
My older brother, who's 23 now, joined the exact same rowing team that I'm currently on when he was in high school. So when I was old enough to join it, I tried it out and I had a lot of fun, but I originally started rowing for 2 years and I was really short and I wasn't very good at it. So I switched to coxing about a year ago and I'm having a lot of fun just with the teammates and atmosphere in general.
And if you were to give a brief description of your job to someone who knows nothing about rowing, what would you tell them?
So I'm a coxswain, so I'm the little tiny person that sits in the front and yells at everyone. So my job is to execute the race plan as accurately as possible and steer the straightest course that I can so the rowers have less meters to row during the race.
And what aspects of your rowing are helping you to succeed this year?
I think that guys really are pushing each other, not only themselves. So everyone's really motivated to do the best they can every single race. And a lot of people are looking at colleges more. So people are trying to get good scores and good audios before time runs out.
How were you selected this year to participate in the Olympic Development Program?
I applied and sent in one of my audio recordings, and they liked how much I've grown since the start of the season, and they're excited to see how much I'm able to develop more as the season goes on.
And who's someone that has inspired you and pushed you throughout your seasons?
I'd say my older brother Samuel, because even though he's at college, he still texts me before all my races and tells me good luck. And if I always have like a problem or something with my boat or how my guys are performing, he lets me know like a little tip or a joke or something to keep me in a good mood.
This has been Ethan Moore and Seth Anderson with your Player of the Week.
This has been your WKHS News. Tonight, boys baseball is home at 5, so be sure to support them. Tomorrow, boys and girls track and field competes at Thomas at 9 a.m.
Also tomorrow, our boys and girls lacrosse teams play. Boys are at noon, girls are at 12:30. Thanks for watching. Have a fun and safe week in Kilbourne, and stay healthy.
Also, stay tuned to hear about your upcoming student body presidents and how to vote for them.
Hi everyone, my name is Misha Sohail and I am going to be your student body vice president next year. Now you will be hearing speeches from the candidates for student body president. Remember that the student body president is for the whole school, so make sure to vote for someone who will represent you and the school well. The candidates who are running for student body president are Zach Colombini and Ethan Skinner.
Since the ice is now broken, hi, my name is Zachary Colombini and I am running for student body president. As you've seen, I am not afraid to take risks and communicate with my fellow peers. These qualifications are what a good leader must have. All leaders must possess a clear vision of their goals and what they're trying to achieve, and the action plan to make them happen. At Worthington Kilbourne, given the craziness of the past year and the whole pandemic, the student body has been deficient of school spirit and drive. The engagement within the community has been its lowest it's ever been, given the countless transitions we've all been through. It saddens me that a part of our traditional high school experience has been tarnished with the unfortunate event of the pandemic. Taking a look at the interest of the students, I recently sent out a poll on my story to see what Kilbourne students are looking forward for next year, and the results were sadly not shocking to see. Out of everyone that responded, the most frequent response I got from students was that they were excited for next year because it was one less year of Kilbourne. Right now, this shows that the expectations are on the floor when it comes to school spirit. With all that being said, as student body president, it is my goal to bring back school spirit and the idea of a normalcy while also following the CDC guidelines. I know that with the help of a student body vice president, representatives, all of the student body board members, and most importantly, you guys, the students, we can make this happen. However, with that being said, I have been beaten by my candidate, the other person running, 3 times in a row, each and every year. But for my final year of running, let's change it up, because simply why not? Let's change it up and have something new for a change. As that being said, as the saying goes, 3 strikes you're out. But let's prove that saying wrong, Kilbourne. Vote SAC for Student Body President 2021. Stay classy, Kilbourne.
Hi, Kilbourne. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ethan Skinner, and I'm running to be your next student body president. Over these past 3 years that I've attended Kilbourne, I've served as the president of each of the classes, freshman, sophomore, and junior, which is something that I'm proud to have done and to continue to do. It is also the reason why I'm running for this position, as I believe that I'm more than ready to take on this challenging role. And with the role of president, I've really learned a lot, not only about myself, but also my peers and the school itself. And an important factor in keeping student council and the school afloat is collaboration. Being a leader entails the responsibility of working closely with others, and over these past 3 years, I've truly learned gratitude and collaboration from working with so many people. An example of my collaboration efforts is with the project that I organized at the beginning of this school year, a trip to Rome and Sorrento during the summer of 2022, which some of you might be going on. I stepped out of my comfort zone to initiate this project, and along the way worked together with many different teachers and a travel agency to ensure that this was going to be a possibility for the students. And that experience taught me a lot in and of itself, such as that students can achieve a lot simply by having an idea and putting forth the effort. If I'm elected as student body president, I plan to continue working closely with students and staff alike to ensure that your ideas regarding the school are heard, no matter how big or small they might be. And after this year of COVID is behind us, I hope to advocate even more involvement within the school, whether that's with initiating new clubs, encouraging to attend sporting events, or even planning events within our school community that we unfortunately did not get to see this year due to COVID. These events are so important to the school because they make the school a better place by encouraging collaboration, involvement, and acceptance. I care about your interests and your voices, and by voting for me as president, you will see just that. I'd be more than honored to serve Kilbourne as the next student body president, so please vote me, Ethan Skinner, as your student body president. Thank you.
Voting is now open. You can get out your phones now and check your school email for the link to vote. Voting will be open until 9 p.m. tonight, so make sure to vote for your favorite candidate.